Hello friends, welcome to Indispensable English. I am going to teach Unit 6 from poem for Grade 6 The Wonderful Birds by Mary O'Neill from Honeysuckle book in today's session. Before going to the poem, let us see about the poet. The name of the poet is Mary O'Neill. Her period is 1879 to 1967. She is no more. She was an Irish poetess and a dramatist. Now let us see the summary of the poem. The poet throws light upon the importance of language, especially English, which is a beautiful language. The first stanza emphasizes that many of our loveliest thoughts can be expressed clearly, perfectly, effectively, and attractively through appropriate words in well-decorated manner. English is a wonderful language and every one of us can learn it. In the second stanza, the poet has employed effective poetic devices to enforce the readers to improve their vocabulary. Words are metaphorically focused as food and dress of our thoughts, as they give shape and structure to our valuable ideas and desires. The poet concludes that we must explore this wonderful language by improving our vocabulary. Now let us see the wonderful birds. Can we imagine a world without a language, without communication? Impossible. The words which we speak reflect our thoughts. In fact, it is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Let us contemplate over the explanation of the poet in this poem. The wonderful words. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. The poet advises us not to allow our amazing thoughts to shrink and dry due to lack of suitable words. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. For English, here the word for, it means because English is a marvelous language. Wonderful game means marvelous language. And all of you can play it. And all of us are, can means capable. And all of us are capable of learning it. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head. And what we have to do is to seek the fine words to express the brightest thought. The only thing what we need to do is to seek the fine words to express the beautiful thoughts to the brightest thoughts in your head, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. As a result, our thoughts can be conveyed clearly and truly, more attractively and in well-decorated manner. For many of the loveliest things have never yet been said, meaning because we have missed to express many of our loveliest thoughts. Birds are the food and dress of thought. They give it its body and swing. In the second stanza, the poet has used beautiful poetic device metaphor by stating birds as the food and dress of thought, as they give shape and structure to our ideas and desires. And everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. Every one of us is very anxious and feel thirsty to hear some novel and lovely idea. But only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. How can we get it? Only through appropriate words. Our mind is here metaphorically referred as prison, as our thought is hiding behind our mind, which is filled with wonderful and excellent thoughts. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous and new surprise. Means our mind is here metaphorically referred as prison, as our thought is hiding behind our mind, which is filled with wonderful and excellent thoughts. Now let us see some of the poetic devices which the poet has employed in this poem. Metaphor. What is a metaphor? The poet has employed the poetic device metaphor in this poem. A metaphor is an implied simile. A simile states that one thing is like another. You can give so many examples for metaphor and simile, but here I have given he fought like a lion. It is a simile. But a metaphor states that if the two things were one, example, time is gold, the camel is the ship of the desert. So time is gold is a metaphor. If we use like time is like gold, then it will be a simile. If we use like the camel is like the ship of the desert, then it will be a simile. So when we remove like, then it will become a metaphor. Time is gold, the camel is the ship of the desert. The poet has used some of the metaphors in this poem. Words are the food and dress of thought, but only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Now, another poetic device, what the poet has employed in this poem is rhyming words. What are rhyming words? When words have the same vowel sound n with the same consonant sound, they are called rhyming words. Some of the examples for rhyming words in this poem are head, fed, swing, thing, ice, surprise. Now let us see how to improve the vocabulary. Before improving the vocabulary, let us know the meaning of hard words in this poem. Shrivel means shrink. Can means capability. Handsomely means attractively. Groomed means well decorated. Swing, movement, longing, desiring, marvelous, wonderful. Here I have given some of the words to enrich our vocabulary. Forming nouns from verbs. Accept is a verb. Acceptance is a noun. Cultivate is a verb. From the verb cultivate we can frame a noun, cultivation. Generate, generation. Improve, improvement. And for the verb beautify we can frame noun as beauty. The next one, forming nouns from adjectives. Able is an adjective and ability is a noun. Frequent is an adjective, frequency is a noun. Wide, width, pure, purity, active and activity. Like this, we can improve our vocabulary by forming nouns from adjectives, forming nouns from verbs, forming adjectives from adverbs and adverbs from adjectives, and forming new words by using affixes, that is suitable prefix and suffixes. Now let us see the conclusion. Let us explore and do research to probe deep into words, to enhance our vocabulary, to match our amazing ideas, fresh and valuable thoughts with the most appropriate and beautiful words. If you have any doubt and suggestions, please comment in the comment box. Share this video with your friends. Like, comment and subscribe for more lessons. Let us meet in the next session with more interesting lessons. Thank you so much for watching.